Hello friends, in this video I'll be explaining you the distribution system. As we all know, once when the water is being drawn from the intake, from the source, it is being treated and then it is being stored in the reservoirs from which it is to be distributed. Now the system which involves the distribution has various equipments or the connections being involved in it, which includes the network of pipelines, it includes the fire hydrants, it includes the pumps for lifting and forcing water into distribution pipes, and also it includes the service connections to individual homes, etc. So let us go with this one by one. Now, what are the requirements of this distribution system then? Uh, this is the list of the requirements of a good distribution system. The first thing is that it should be capable of supplying water at all the intended places. I mean to say, if it is a high raised building, then to the higher floors also the water has to reach with sufficient pressure or the head, and to all the places within the city with a reasonably sufficient pressure or head. And it should be capable of supplying water with requisite amount, that is in case of firefighting, fire extinguishing, whatever amount of water is required by the fire hydrants, it should be able to cater to that. And it should be economical as well and easy to install, as it is the costlier item in the entire supply scheme. So how much costlier? It is almost 70% of the total cost of any water supply project. So this is the costlier one. So it should be economically designed. Okay, and its RMO cost should be minimum. RMO in the sense running, maintenance and operation costs should be minimum. In such a way it has to be installed. How that has to be or designed, how it has to be done, with the help of the different types of gates and walls which we discussed in the previous lecture, wherein the various walls and gates can be used at the particular locations, and the operational problems can be like checked. And it should be safe against the pollution of water. This is also very important. And it should also have safety against failure due to bursting of pipes, that is by providing proper walls. And it should be fairly watertight to minimize losses due to leakage. These are the requirements of a good distribution system. Now, let me go with the layouts of distribution systems. There are four different types of pipe network, and they are dead end system, gridiron system, ring system and radial system. We shall go with these different four different pipe networks one by one. The first one is the dead end system. Now why the name dead end system? You can see here the this is the main pipe, and through which the sub mains are being connected, and these sub mains provide water to the consumers through the laterals or the branches, wherein the individual home connections are possible. But you can see here, this is the dead end here, and here also there is a dead end, and here also you can find a dead end. There are no closed loops, and hence the name dead end system. Now there are certain advantages of this system. This distribution network can be like and can be solved, the distribution network can be solved easily here, but it is possible to easily and accurately calculate the discharges and pressures at different points in the system. That is one advantage. And also shorter pipe lengths are needed, and the laying of pipes is easier. It is cheaper and simple and can be extended or expanded easily. Okay, and hence whenever we have a thickly populated locality, they go with the dead end system. And then disadvantages are also there for this system, wherein as this method in this method water can reach a particular point only through one route. Any damage or repair in any pipeline will completely stop the water supply in the area being fed by that pipe. For example, if there is any repair work to be done here, or if there is any damage here, then this portion won't get the supply. And also if there is a damage over here, then this part won't get the supply. Or if in the mains, if there is any repair work to be done, then this part won't get the supply in that way. That is the disadvantage. And there are numerous dead ends in this system which prevent the free circulation of water, and there may be stagnation of water, which may lead to the degradation in its quality, and this stale water should therefore be removed periodically at all the dead ends by providing score valves at each dead end, which will result in greater wastage of treated water and will necessitate careful attendance at each valve. Okay, and one more disadvantage is that the discharge is reaching a point from only one direction. That is, you can see here, it is only from one direction. Okay, and that's why the supplies during firefighting cannot be increased by diverting any other supplies from any other side. Hence, it can give only limited supplies and may sometimes prove to be serious handicap. Okay, this is regarding dead end system with its advantages and disadvantages. So let me move to the next network, distribution network system, which is the gridiron system. Now this is called as the gridiron system because it is in the form of grid here. Here you can see this is the main pipe. It is being represented with the M letter here. This is the main pipe, and these are the sub mains which are represented with S. And you can see these with the letter L, which means laterals or the branches through which the house connections are being made. Okay, so now in this gridiron system, what happens here? What are the advantages of following this? It is being used in well planned towns and cities. Before it gets developed, this is being done. When already the city has developed, we cannot adopt this. It is very difficult. And this has been used in Chandigarh as well, which is considered to be a very well planned city. So it has certain advantages over the first type of network, which is the dead end system. What are the advantages then? As the water reaches at different places through more than one route, you can see more than one route is being used to reach a particular place. So the discharge to be carried by each pipe, the friction loss and the size of pipe therefore gets reduced here. And in case of repairs, very small area will be devoid of complete supply, as at least some supply will be reaching at the point from some other route. And because of the different interconnections, the dead ends are completely eliminated, and therefore water remains in continuous circulation and hence not liable to pollution due to stagnation. That is overruled here. And during fire also, more water can be diverted towards the affected point from various directions by closing and manipulating the various cutoff walls. This is also possible. And there are certain disadvantages also for this particular network, wherein here this system requires more length of pipes and a larger number of sluice walls or the cutoff walls. Its construction is costlier, the design is difficult and costlier, the calculations for determining accurately the sizes of pipes and the pressures at various key points is a real tedious job and may require the services of design experts and even computers. Okay, that was regarding the advantages and disadvantages of this gridiron system. Coming to the next one, this is the ring system. Now why this is called as ring? See here, this is a complete ring of the main pipeline, and you can see the sub branches or the sub mains inside this. Okay, so it is in the form of a ring. The main pipeline is in the form of a ring. That's why the name ring system. Here again, there are more advantages than the disadvantages. Uh, Here we can see the ring system is very suitable for towns and cities having well planned roads. Sometimes this system is used as a looped feeder placed centrally around a high demand area. and also along with the grid iron system. In such a case, this enhances the capacity of the grid iron system and will also improve the pressures at various points. And the advantages and disadvantages of this ring system are very much similar to the grid iron system. And the next one is the radial system. You can see here, this is the main pipeline through which the sub main is connected. It reaches here, and from this point radially it is being distributed. So these are the sub mains and these are the laterals here. That is how the distribution is being done, and hence it is called as the radial system. The main advantage of this system is that this method ensures high pressures and efficient water distribution, and the calculations for design of sizes are also simple. So even without much difficulty, even this system can be adopted. Okay, that was regarding all the distribution network systems which are being adopted with different conditions of a particular layout. Now moving on to the distribution methods, how the water is being distributed. There are different types or the methods through which the water is being distributed. How it is being done? It is done by three methods. That is, the first one is by gravitational system, and the second method is by pumping system, and the third one is combined gravity and pumping system. So what do you mean by this is, in the first case the water is being drawn and supplied or distributed only through gravity. Through gravity the water is going to flow in the distribution or the supply pipelines and it reaches the end user or the consumer. And in the pumping system, it is not through gravity, but at all the points the water is being pumped, and then in the for supplying also, it is with the help of the pumps only the water is being supplied. And by combined gravity and pumping system, what I mean is both the methods are being adopted. Partially the water will flow through gravity, and partially it is being lifted with the help of pumps. This is how the gravitational system works, wherein this is the surface distribution reservoir, and through gravity the water will be provided to the area. And pumping system, at all the places the pumping is being involved and it is being supplied to the public or the consumer. And in combined gravity and pumping system, the water after treatment it will be pumped and stored in the elevated distribution reservoir, and finally through gravity it is being distributed in the distribution network. So compared to the uh, other two methods, that is only gravitational method or only pumping method, this combined gravity and pumping system is more advantageous and it is being universally adopted. What are the advantages then? Let me describe those. The balancing reserve of the distribution reservoir can be supplied to the places of fire, and however the necessary pressure required to be developed for firefighting can be achieved by closing down the supply of some localities or by using motor pumps. In all modern firefighting squads, motor pumps are therefore provided. And also the pumps are to be worked at uniform rate and thereby operating them to their rated capacities, right? So this increases their efficiency and also reduces the wear and tear of the pumps, and the attendance and supervision required for operating these pumps is much less compared to the case when they are operated at variable speeds in case of the pumping system. And also in case of smaller towns, this method of distribution enables us to operate the pumps only for a part of the day, that is for 8 to 16 hours period. And also this method is quite reliable because even during the power failure or pumps failure, certain amount of water can be supplied from the storage or service reservoir, because already we'll be storing it in the service reservoir, and from there through gravity the water will be entering into the distribution network and reaching the consumer. And also this system proves to be overall cheap, efficient and reliable, and hence adopted practically everywhere. Okay, this was regarding the different distribution networks which are being involved in the design, and also the different methods of distribution. Thank you.